Bijan, how are you finding the Daintree rainforest so far?
It's a bit rainy.
It rains 4 to 5 meters per year, so we are very lucky that it's not raining. He's taking a photo of his nemesis. Nemesis. That's just the canopy tower we're going up to get a better view.
Do you want to do the canopy tower? And you're like, no.
I didn't know it was part of it.
I didn't really know what to expect. I thought we'd be like hiking.
We are on top of the canopy tower now, and it is magical up here. There is so much life. You can hear the birds chirping. You might even be able to see them a little bit. And the butterflies flying around here and there. Bijan is studying the holes on the ground.
Yeah.
These ones.
Look at that Ethiopia.
Yeah. I saw that. It is sweet. So, baby, where are we?
We are in a very warmer version of LA Beach.
I don't think we're just warmer. I think it's a little superior.
Warmer, nicer, more trees, better weather.
Yeah.
Less people.
The water is really nice.
The water will kill you though.
Well, no, the jellyfish would, but not the water.
Water. That's water. The water. I dare not go higher than my ankle.
So we're on the Spirit of Freedom boat. It is a pretty big boat actually, and fits about maybe 30 of us. 20 passengers and 10 crew members. It can actually fit up to 24 passengers. So it's a pretty good sized boat. This is the muster area where we can sit out on the deck and relax. The trip that we are doing is 3 days and 3 nights, but there are people who are doing 7 days, 7 nights, and others who are going to be hopping on board when we leave, and they are doing a 4-day, 4-night trip. So yeah, we're doing the shortest one. That's good because we're very inexperienced, so that suits us fine. It's been really, really great. The crew is super professional, very, very efficient at operationalizing everything. Felt super safe in all of the dives, great instructions, and the food is amazing. Like for lunch today we had sashimi, which I love, and I don't know, just overall a fantastic experience. What about you, Bijan? Anything else to add?
Very nice.
That's a big one. you want to tell me about your first 2 dives of the day? How were they?
Very fast, equalized. They're a bit clogged up, but we saw a lot of fish. Second dive was better. We saw big parrotfish. We saw clownfish. We saw other fish that I don't know the name of.
A lot of fish.
A lot of fish I don't know the name of. We were one of the first to come in because we're on the air. And we're still doing it. We're still figuring things out. But beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Definitely this is a cut above the Caribbean. Absolutely.
Bijan, do you want to tell us about this next dive here?
We're gonna swim with so much goddamn coral, it's gonna be so fun.
What is it called? What's our third dive called?
It's called Alta Vista Branch.
No, it's not.
Excuse me, it's called www.askjeevesshore.com.
He's not going to tell us.
It's Google. It's Google.
Google what?
Google Gardens?
Google Gardens. That's it. All right.
I'm gonna open your
Yeah, let's open that. Now show us how you put on your BCD.
Oh, you're at 215.
I'm 215.
You actually have more than one.
That's great. Putting it on? All right, let's see.
Make sure your food hub's fully out.
Full 1 pack out.
There you go. Now hurry up and get in.
Are you all ready? Where's your
I'm ready.
computer?
0.5 going this way. Okay, so you can go either way. Okay.
All right.
Just in the corner.
My turn. So, how is dive 3 and dive 4? What were they?
Dive 3 was Google something,
Google Garden.
Google Gardens, and dive 5. This is dive 4 and 5.
No, dive 3 and 4. We have our 5th one.
Oh, that's
tonight.
right, 3 and 4. 3 was beautiful. I think that's been so far my favorite.
Yeah,
That was
mine
also
too.
like an hour long. It was really good. Really good.
Yeah. You didn't have to go too deep to see all the amazing coral, right?
Yeah, so like the color, the thing about not going too deep is there's still a lot more color.
Yeah.
There's way more color between above 15 meters. Once you start going down to 20 meters, the color kind of dies out.
Yeah. What I liked about it was that it was a really active reef.
Yeah, it was also very active.
95% coverage, I think that's what Mel said.
Yeah, and then the second one, or the fourth one we did total, was Challenger Bay. And Challenge Bay was pretty nice. It was really difficult to navigate, I think.
Yeah.
We had a map of it. Of course, I couldn't refer to it underwater. But the map kind of looks like this.
Yeah.
And you start over here at the red section and basically immediately veer off towards this section down here.
Yeah.
And it got a little tricky to kind of figure out where to go, especially on the way back, because you couldn't really find the mooring line. Unfortunately, one of our great guides banged their tank and was like, that way.
Yeah.
I will say, majority of the time, Mary was futzing with the GoPro, so I'm really excited for the video she got, even if she was ignoring me for her GoPro, even though there were times where I needed her.
Okay, what was the highlight of dive 4?
Honestly, the starfish.
The starfish?
Yeah, it's super lame, but I really
Really?
yeah,
I took a picture of it.
I didn't expect it to be so blue.
It was very blue.
Like
it was
deep,
bright blue.
like velvety blue.
Yeah.
That was a highlight, but another highlight was a triggerfish turned its head and tried to like spook me off, which of course it's a triggerfish, so I got spooked off because they will bite you. So yeah, the triggerfish, the lionfish.
The lionfish, that was really cool.
Also just scores and scores of, what is it? What are the big triangular ones they were talking about?
Yeah.
Kitefish, flagfish.
I forgot the name. The big triangular
Yeah,
ones,
honestly,
right?
there's so many fish. It's unless you know exactly what they are, it's really difficult to like pinpoint what they are.
Yeah.
Because there's so many. It's like an overwhelming amount of fish.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good dive?
Good dive.
Looking forward to you on the first night dive?
I'm a little apprehensive, but we'll, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll go fine.
Great. Cool. Turning it off.
So tell me about the dive.
Hi. The dive was incredible. This is day 3 of our dive, and we did 2 dives this morning, both at Cod Hole, which is in Ribbon Creek. The first dive of the day was really cool. What did we see, baby? We saw the codfish, the potato codfish. It was a really first thing. And then, what else did we see?
A lot of sand. A lot of wonderful rocks.
We think we saw a frogfish underneath this big rock, and we saw an eel. We saw a moray eel that was like hidden under a rock and like doing this. So that was really, really fun. There are a lot of angelfish, butterfly fish. I got surrounded by 3 triggerfish at one stage.
And what did we do on the second dive?
On the second dive, we did a cod feed. So that was really fun. So Lily, the diving instructor, she went around all the different groups and put little fish to be fed to the codfish, and the codfish would just swim around us. So one of the other diving instructors got some really good photos of us, which we'll check it out later. How did you find that? How big was the codfish?
Massive.
Massive. It was bigger than
2 meters.
Yeah, it was big.
2 meters, probably in length. It wasn't as long as you, but it was in terms of...
it was longer than me.
Okay.
I think it was longer than me.
3 meters up.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
No, I'm only like 1.49 meters, right? So,
It felt bigger than 2 meters to me, but...
yeah. I think it's smaller than you, but bigger than me. So that was really cool. And then we saw a stingray, a tiny one. No, not tiny, medium sized one. That was hidden underneath the sand, and we just spotted it, and we took a footage of it, and then it swam out because it noticed us. And we also saw Can you tell us about dive free of today?
I'm gonna look at my handy dandy logbook.
Nice look.
So, fish market, Ribbon Reef number 10.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. You know, it kind of looks, I think if you can visualize it, it kind of looks like the Titanic, where you have the Titanic. So we kind of came in at the bow, the front of the, not the bow, the front of the, it might be the bow, I actually don't know ship terminology, but we came in at the front and basically moved along the left-hand side of it if you were on the boat. We went along a huge wall that basically went all the way down to 30 meters, far more than we could actually dive. But the current was super strong and it ended up just pulling us across the wall. But the nice thing about it was we could go up the wall and over on top of the ship itself were the most amazing coral and fish life, and it was super beautiful. And you know, I think one of the coolest things we saw was like the Nemo fish, what are they
Anemone?
called? Anemone, basically the clownfish, and the babies all like going inside the coral and digging down, and then anytime we would go over them, the adult would poke its head out and try and try and
The adult one, right?
the adult would try and like back you off while
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kids would like hide, and you back off. But it was definitely very interesting. The only downside of today was that it was 10 meters of visibility, which is quite low.
Yeah.
Like 10 meters for reference, 25 meters was good, but perfect would be like 50 meters. So still pretty low. But other than that, it was a pretty great dive.
Yeah. And what was the... Okay. What are we talking about?
We are talking about the final dive of the day.
Final dive of the day. Dive for number 4. It was a snake pit. This one was another one with strong currents. Really cool though, because we saw a reef shark just as we landed at the bottom, and it was sleeping. But after us taking a lot of photos and being close to it, I think we woke it up and it zoomed out. But that was really cool. So people saw turtles earlier when they arrived, but we missed out on it because we took a little bit of time getting down. And then we also saw something else that was really cool. Oh, it was a stonefish. Our instructor found it. I don't think we would have found it without her. And it was just huge, laying underneath a big rock. It was like a purpley, bluey color. Very, very cool. So yeah, I think those were the highlights. The current was super, super strong. So took a little bit to like get to the line and come back up. Yeah.
Even though day 3 was the last day of our diving adventures, it wasn't the last time we saw some fascinating sea creatures. On the very last night, we were fortunate to see a feeding frenzy with a grouper and shark present, and it was just a glorious way to end our trip.
They say this is a dangerous, dangerous place.
No, I'm recording, right?
Yeah.
Never before such a wretched hive of villainy and scum. Lizard Bay. Excuse me, Lizard Island.
Yeah. This is How do you like Lizard Island, baby?
It's very islandy.
Very islandy.
Despite Bijan's lack of enthusiasm for Lizard Island, it was actually one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever been to. It had white sand beaches, pristine surroundings. The water was crystal blue with fish and turtles swimming around, and it was just a very magical place to be. After spending a little bit of time at the beach, walking around, playing with the white sand, we went on a little walkabout to the other side of the island. It was a great boardwalk hike. We saw a lot of greenery. There are some animals around, but we couldn't really see them, but we could hear them. For example, there were a lot of cool birds chirping. And it was just a really, really neat way to end our experience in Queensland.
Want to tell us a bit more about Lizard Island? You seemed very knowledgeable.
It's actually famous because in 1862, this is where a Spanish conquistador came and landed and parked all of his dolphins. There's actually a big red X somewhere here on the island
Right.
that marks where some treasure